Hi everybody, welcome to Chip Estimate TV. My name is Sean O'Kane. My guest today is John Blyler, Editor-in-Chief of Chip Design and Embedded Intel Magazines, and the Editorial Director of Extension Media. John was the Senior Editor for Penton's Wireless Systems Design Magazine and the IEEE I&M Magazine, and is currently an Affiliate Professor in Systems Engineering at Portland State University. Thank you very much for joining us today.
It's great to be here, Sean. Thank you.
Hey, you just got back, or actually, you were recently at the IMEC Technology Forum in Belgium. How did that go?
Interesting. So IMEC is, to the world of nanochip design, what CERN is to quantum mechanics. And it's always interesting to see how the folks across the pond approach some of the same semiconductor issues that we are facing here. And I'll blog more about that, but everything from IP issues to designing across boundaries into genetic and biological areas.
In a recent blog about IP patent battles, you basically said there's no really clear winners. And my question is IP litigation slowing innovation?
It would sure seem that way. The litigation that's going on now often is a defensive reaction, but it ties up a great amount of resources. And while most IP designers might say, well, it doesn't bother me, it will in time. And there's several alternatives to the way we approach it now. The U.S. Patent Office has made some adjustments. IMEC has an open innovation approach that's interesting. So there's lots of things we could be doing different, and we want to keep a close eye on that.
You know, just recently, GlobalFoundries made an announcement that they are really expanding their efforts in MEMS, and they want to be the leader in MEMS by 2015. Why is that important?
Oh, yeah, smart move. And just ask your kids, really. You know, the game sticks, well, not even sticks anymore. All the sensor systems and facial recognition and whatnot, all of those rely on MEMS of some kind. So you have MEMS in RF, you have MEMS in sensors, the instrumentation systems to change those sensors into the digital world, and even chip packaging. MEMS is really coming into its own, and folks, the foundries and the IDMs and the EDA and IP community all recognize that and are moving to bring everything to support that for designers.
Yeah, you know, there's a huge growth in mobile applications and increasing power and performance demands. You know, what can be done to help designers going forward?
Well, they're still going to have challenges. Moore's Law and the scaling is still in play and still helps, but now the challenge becomes that it continues to be a time to market challenge as well. So how do you take your design and add all the other functionality to it? Well, you do that by using third-party IP. So you're seeing an increase in the use of third-party IP. Well, you've got to verify that IP. You've got to check its quality. There's reuse issues, integration issues, you name it. So I'm afraid it's still going to be a busy time for chip designers.
Yeah, and people and designers can find third-party, a plethora of third-party IP available on ChipEstimate.com. It's a great source where people come in and do an IP exploration, maybe an estimation, and make a quick early design choice and this decision on the IP and foundry that they're going to use. So what do you think is going to be the most exciting or interesting things trending in 2012?
Well, I think you've hit on a few. The MEMS is certainly going to just continue to be we're going to see enormous growth there. And especially because everything we're using now is becoming more feature rich, aware of our environment, of our location, of our friends and everything else. There's a couple other areas that are interesting, and you're talking about Chip Estimate as an ASIC estimation tool and portal. In the world of FPGAs that have always had a fair amount of IP, they're moving even more and more that way. So I would expect to see similar modeling tools and similar third IP sites for FPGAs. The manufacturing process as we move down to the lower nodes, 22, 14 and whatnot, that becomes a real issue. I'm not talking about DFM, but just manufacturing. So we're going to see more of that kind of manufacturing IP. Finally, the merging, if you will, of semiconductor IP and an IP for genetics, for genetic engineering. Very many similarities between these two industries, and you see the two industries looking towards one another for some clues in terms of technology, in terms of business, and even litigation models. So that's very exciting.
Well, great points. And you can catch John's blogs on ChipEstimate.com twice a week, so that's a good source of information. Just go to ChipEstimate.com. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, John.
Great.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on another episode of Chip Estimate TV.